How you hold it? You hold it right? Like, you like,
Yeah. Calm, relax.
oh my God.
Say 50.
Alright, y'all, what's up, man? Today we with my boy,
Zach.
Zach.
On Instagram, it's Zach, ZAC_Whipkey, WHIPKEY.
Yeah, and today we're here with his snakes.
So this is Adidas. I'm a big athlete, so one of my favorite brands is Adidas. I like to think Adidas stands for All Day I Dream About Sports.
Ooh.
So this is All Day I Dream About Snakes.
I like that.
And then this one is Fiona. So she's named after the Shrek.
They're like, how do you know if they're boy or girls?
So you have to sex them. There's a couple different ways, but when they're babies, it's the easiest. You basically either pop out something or you don't, and if it does, it's a boy. If it doesn't, it's a girl. They're both females, so they're both girls.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't bred her yet. I plan on breeding her eventually, but I have bred 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 of them.
Oh!
Super sweet. You can do whatever you want.
Not yet.
Trust me.
Why she looking at those things like that?
That's how they smell. They don't have eyelids, so they can't blink or anything.
They don't
So
sleep? I mean, they sleep, but
yeah, but they sleep with their eyes open, basically.
Wow.
So you really don't know.
I never do that. How long you been doing this though?
So this will be my 2nd year doing this.
Mhm.
So I have roughly around 60 snakes, and I'll breed them together, and then I sell the babies.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing it for about 2 years now. All right, I'm gonna set her in your hand. You can give her to me at any time.
Okay.
All right.
She's not gonna bite.
I'm not gonna bite. Look, I can go like this all I want. She's not gonna do nothing. I can give her a kiss.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Here you go. Yep.
That's how you hold it? You hold it right? Like,
You good? Yep. Just calm, relax.
Oh my God. Can they like hear? Like, is they hearing good?
So they don't have ears,
Mm-hmm.
but they can feel vibrations. She's about 3 years old.
3 close to.
Yeah. Thought, what's going through your head?
First I thought they were gonna be slimy, but she don't. She feel warm, and it's like it's not even a skin. Like it's just smooth.
Yep.
It's like a human skin basically.
Yep. So they shed.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time it's in one piece, but sometimes if the humidity isn't good enough, they'll shed in pieces. But they'll shed their entire body, and then even their eyes, because they have a layer of skin over their eyes.
That's crazy.
So they'll shed the whole thing,
Mhm.
so their skin doesn't stretch like ours. You know how our skin stretches as we grow? Theirs doesn't. So it's like they have to shed it all off, the old skin off, in order to grow.
Hey, this one looks a little creepy though.
So this is a Burmese python.
A Burmese
A
python.
Burmese python. So it's one of the longest snake species in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think of it as around top 3, maybe 4. It just depends on who you ask. She can get around 18 feet long, which is pretty good. I can't wait.
Yeah. How old is she now?
She's 2.
2.
She's 2.
And how old is she?
She's about 3 feet right now, 4 feet. She's super healthy, great temperament, loves people.
But I'm nervous still, but it's not even bad though.
She's gonna move around a little bit more than Adidas will. That's just what the species does.
Yeah.
Just follow her head, all right, with your hands. So as she's going towards you right now, so you're good. But she's gonna wrap her tail around you just for stability. She doesn't want to fall.
Okay.
All right?
This one feels a little weird.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a different species.
Okay. This one got stretchy skin.
Yeah. So she went off food. So every now and then they can go off food. Ball pythons do it quite a bit more than other species. But It could be, she just shed out literally
Yeah, I
a
feel it.
little while ago, so she's a little bit softer than Adidas is. But she went off food, so she's a little smoother. She's a little skinny.
Yeah.
But I will be feeding her a lot more just to get her back on food, hopefully, and get her up to weight.
And then you fed them already?
I did. I feed them mostly on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays?
They eat once a week.
Everybody trying to come in here.
I know. Everybody wants to see them. What's up?
Nah, this is crazy. Oh, look how it's wrapping around my wrist. Oh my god. They get a good grip.
Yeah. So they're essentially all one big piece of muscle.
Okay. I can feel
So,
that.
like, you know, I don't even know how many bones are in the human body. There's a lot of bones in the human body, right?
Yeah, like 200,
So
300 something.
something like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot. So they're essentially 3 different kinds of bones. They got their skull, they got their spine, and then they got ribs. That's all.
Oh, that's it?
Pretty much, yeah. So they're one big, huge piece of muscle. You can play with their belly, and you can kind of see how like she brings it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all muscle.
Nah, that's crazy. Like, what's the most they can eat?
Depends on the species sometimes.
Okay.
I like to feed a lot of mine like once a week. But like a couple of them, I only feed like once a month. You can do every other week. It really just depends on the species and
Once a
what's
month is
happening.
crazy. How long can they go without food?
They can go a little while. It just depends, honestly. Like I said, each.
Or she's not gonna turn sideways.
You
Yeah,
kind
see
of
this?
see how
Yeah.
it moves with the fingers.
Yeah, it's like a wave. Like she just.
Yeah, exactly.
How much do they weigh?
It depends. The biggest one I have right now is close to about 7 feet long and weighs about 10 pounds.
It's not as bad as y'all think, though. I promise y'all it's not that bad.
It's really not.
I was terrified at first, but
I've had 4-year-olds holding snakes and be totally fine. I've gone to actually one of my best friend's birthday parties in a club with my snakes.
in the club.
In a club. I'm telling the truth.
So they don't get intimidated by a lot of people either.
No. I socialize them to the point where I can do anything. Therefore, if you do something, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay. She just said
She matches your outfit, bro.
she do. We twins. What made you start getting into snakes?
Oh, that's a good question. Quite honestly, it was. Quite honestly, it was my mom. When she was in college, when she was younger, she had 2 ball pythons.
Damn.
Yep, just like that, only a different color and stuff like that. So when my mom told me that, I just thought it was so cool. I just was on the moon about it. And
It was little.
kinda, yeah. I've had a lot of these animals
Yeah.
for years. So I raised them up, right? So they reach, at least females reach sexual maturity around 3 years old. So I get a baby when she's like a month and a half, 2 months old or something like that. And then I have to raise her for 3 years in order to breed her.
Okay.
So
This one's on the register. Breed it.
yeah, she hasn't bred yet, but I plan on breeding her soon.
And it gotta be like the same type of snake, like the same.
Same species.
Yeah, same species.
Different colors.
Oh,
So like colors and patterns and stuff. So think like dogs, right?
Yeah.
So if you breed a poodle with a husky or something, you'll get a poodle and a husky mix.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like the thought of mixing different species.
Right.
It has been done, believe it or not, but it's just not my sort of thing. But you can kind of get different colors and morphs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When my mom had her two, they were just normals. So they weren't anything special. If you were in Africa and you came across a normal ball python, that's basically what she had. I have way too many ball pythons to count. I don't know how many.
A lot of like most ball pythons.
Yes, most of them are ball pythons, just for the sole fact that there's a bunch of colors and a bunch of patterns.
Okay.
So
I can see this a lot.
It's a bunch of different patterns, a bunch of different colors. So you put this pattern with this color, and you get something totally different.
Okay.
So when my mom was telling me this story, I just got so excited. You know, I went on YouTube and started looking at stuff and everything like that. And for like the past 4, almost 5 years, that's all I could think about was just like, oh, snakes,
And that's
cool,
funny.
something fun, something interesting. And you know, most people are scared of one of or all 3 of the 3 S's. You know, snakes, sharks, and spiders.
Yeah.
It just so happens that I love all 3.
For real?
For real. I love all 3.
I can't do spiders.
Dude, I want a tarantula so bad.
That's
I
crazy.
want all kinds of stuff.
So you got all the snakes right now?
I got snakes, lizards, and geckos. And then I have a few mice and rats as well.
To feed them or just?
Yep, so I breed the mice and rats to feed the babies to my snakes. It costs about $3 per mouse. And if one snake is eating like 2 or 3 mice a week, that's like $30 like a day type thing. Like I spend about $100 a week just on live food.
For real? Jeez. That's really expensive.
It's very expensive, but I mean, for the most part, the looks that you get when you have a snake.
Yeah, which is, I ain't gonna lie, I got a lot of people I can prank with these snakes. Y'all, snakes need love too. This is actually crazy though. Yeah. She was wrapping on my wrist tight.
So whenever they wrap like that, they use their tail as an anchor. So start with the tail and just gently peel back the tail, and then the rest of the body will come with it. I'm gonna put her around your neck, on your shoulders real quick. All right.
Okay. How do you know like when they feel intimidated?
So the reason they're called a ball python is actually, are you ready?
Yeah.
Actually because they go into a ball when they're scared. So when they get scared, they shrivel up and go into a ball, and that's their defense mechanism. So their head will go into the deep center of that ball, and they'll just be tight and they won't move.
Okay, I think I've seen that before though. I've seen that a couple times.
And that's when they get scared or intimidated or there's a predator around or something like that.
Yeah.
So
How do they defend themselves? Like with the hiss?
Bite.
That's the only way. That's the only thing they got. Basically.
Pretty much. They'll bite, they'll lock on, and then curl around it, and suffocate whatever it is. Most of the time, they only do that with prey, though.
Yeah.
That's how they eat.
Rats too.
Yep. So they'll bite it, they'll curl around it, and then every breath that prey item takes, tighter, tighter, tighter. So think like a hug, right? But every time you breathe, it gets tighter. Tighter. It gets less of a breath gets in. So
that's crazy. What is it doing?
She's just chilling.
What type of temperature do they live in? Most like.
It depends on the species. So
hold on. I think I just heard a hiss. Did this hiss? Like what type of temperature do they?
No.
Oh, what was that? It was like.
She's right here.
She is?
Yeah.
Oh. I know where she.
She likes your hat.
Oh, she's
cool.
in it.
Yeah, she's like coming out the back. That's cool.
You can see it in the camera.
Yeah. She's right there. That's funny.
But what's the temperature they live in?
So it depends on the species.
Okay.
I like to keep my ball pythons around 83, 84 degrees. is where the hot spot is.
Okay.
And then like some other species are higher.
Yeah.
Bearded dragons need quite a bit of heat. They're a desert animal.
Yeah.
I got you. She's coming around there. You want her off?
Yeah. Oh, what you saying though?
So like bearded dragons need more heat and less humidity, whereas ball pythons need more humidity and less heat. So it really does depend on the species of animal that you have.
Yeah.
But for the most part, right around that 84, 85 degrees is pretty normal.
Okay, so that's when you take them outside when it's like around 80.
I like to do it when it's a little bit cooler, just because they are cold-blooded. They can overheat, just like people can.
Yeah.
You know, but for the most part, you got to be careful, because if the temperature is at, say, like 75, and then it drops all the way down to 40, 50, they're cold-blooded, so they really can't survive and stuff like that.
How do they mate?
So the boy snake will wrap his tail, his tail around the female, and then he will insert.
Yeah.
And then they do this a couple of times, and then the female will grow the eggs inside of her.
Yeah.
And then lay the eggs or keep them in, like some boa species are actually live birth. So they'll birth them just like people do, and then some will do eggs.
That's crazy. How many do they like? How many come out?
It depends on the species. I think the most I've had is 8, but I've seen a couple of my friends that are ball python breeders. They've had like 13, 14. Burmese pythons can have like 80. Like there's a lot. There really is.
That do sound like a lot though. Yo, y'all see how crazy this lifestyle is? This is a whole different lifestyle though.
It is. It's a lot. It's not just, you know, oh, here, this. There's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of science to it as well.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you know a lot about snakes.
There's, you know, different genetics, codominant traits, recessive traits, allelic traits, stuff like that. That, you know, back when, high school, where you did those little Punnett squares.
Yeah.
That comes into
math?
To play math, all kinds of stuff, you know. It really does come back. I would bring them to a birthday party. I can bring them to schools. I've gone putt-putting with them before. I've gone and taken walks at the park with them before. I really can take them anywhere. One time I accidentally took one to the grocery store. I totally forgot.
Accidentally?
It was an accident. I was making dinner and didn't realize that I had forgotten something.
Yeah.
And it was like milk or something. And I had one around my neck, and he wasn't super big.
Yeah.
You know, so he was super light. He was just kind of chilling there. And I forgot he was right there because I was doing stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And went to the grocery store, and that is the fastest that I've ever been in and out of a grocery store.
How much are you selling for?
It depends on the pattern and the species and the color.
How much would this go for?
This one is about $300.
$300?
The most expensive one that I have bought was like almost $700. And then they can go all the way up to like thousands.
You can make a lot of money off
You
these
can.
snakes.
So if it's like
That's true.
2 recessive traits, on average, it's gonna take probably about 5 years minimum for you to get those 2 recessive traits together. And I'm probably losing some people because I'm talking science, but it's okay.
Yeah,
when you get those 2 recessive traits together, it really does increase the value quite a bit. Yeah, we're close.
You look different. You look different, but oh, sure. I didn't even know she was up there. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
How you want to do the thumbnail?
I don't know. I'm gonna make a cartel in my pocket. You can go like this. Where she at?
Curious.
Oh. Okay. Yo, I'm not even scared though. I'm like, I thought I was terrified, but it's not.
Wait until you hold the big one. The big 7-foot one.
That's the biggest one you got right now?
Right now.
You said she gets to 18 feet.
Yeah, I have one that'll get close to 20 feet, over 200 pounds.
200 pounds? That's a squat. And they get like wide too, don't they?
A little bit. You don't want to get them too fat though, because that shortens their life.
Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. How long do they live for? Their lifespan?
On average, reptiles can live pretty long, so about 20 to 30 years in captivity.
Mm-hmm.
But some species, like some tortoises and stuff like that, can live over like 200-300 years, stuff like that. So they're here for the long run, for sure.
Yeah, almost just as long as us, bro.
That's awesome, actually.
This actually is awesome though. I'm about to give me a snake. Hey, little one.
Hit me up.
Fiona?
Let me know.
For sure, I got you. How much would you? How much would the she go for?
She's a $600 snake.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she go to 18 feet. She get long.
Yeah, she's big, or she's going to be big. And she's fairly expensive. But like a normal ball python is anywhere between, I want to say, $50, maybe $75, all the way up to like $120.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, she's a $600 snake. I have 2 other ones that are $600 each. I have close to about $30,000, maybe $40,000 in animals. So I gotta buy the tanks, I gotta buy the hides, the lights, the heat mats, all that stuff, the substrate. Although just for easier cleanup and for finance purposes, I use paper towels, but not everybody has to use paper towels.
Right.
But for the most part, you know, they're super easy to take care of.
I can see it. You think they're easier than like a regular pet?
Yeah.
You got anything you want to say to them?
In the comments, let them know what your biggest fear is.
Yeah.
And then how you overcame that fear, or how you want to overcome that fear.
Yeah.
So like if it's snakes, for instance, you want to hold a snake, or if it's water, how you went into the middle of the ocean, or something like that.
Clowns. You went to the circus or something. But yeah, I definitely overcame the fear today though, because I was scared.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I do.
But I did good with the snake though, right?
Yeah, you did good.
I did good though. He's cool.
First time.
Yeah.
You did good. Don't worry.
Yeah, but y'all, all right, for real though, like, comment, and subscribe. Comment a fear that you overcame and how you overcame it, and we gonna see it. He gonna come back on the channel, y'all. We definitely gonna come back on the channel. Yeah. Peace out. Oh wait, hold on, I'm tripping. You hit the camera.
Me?
Yeah. You gotta hit it harder than that. You gotta knock him out.
I shine something like an angel in the nighttime. I grind, tryna make $1